What's up, everyone? I'm back once again. James Baney here to talk about Bad Batch Season 1, Episode 6, Decommissioned. Before we get too far into this spoiler review and reaction, if you could do me a favor and just click like, give me that thumbs up real quick, and then I'll give you a couple questions at the end of this review or whatever to maybe leave some comments. That would help out a lot, and I don't know, get the discussion going. So thanks for that, and yeah, we'll get started. Let's go. First up, Sid. We're back. We're hanging out with Sid. That's awesome. I'm very excited because I think that this show is starting to formulate itself a little bit more. We've now accepted Sid as our regular go-to person, and we're almost getting to that point now for at least the foreseeable future that the show has become sort of the mission of the week, as they want to expand and set up characters and set up new planets and new stories and places that we're going to go. I think Sid telling us where we're going to go and what the mission is going to be for the foreseeable future is kind of a good way to do it, and it's fun. I don't know. I like Sid too. I think she's kind of cool. So I'm excited. That being said, about the stride of the show, I wish there were a few things that we could get over the hump on, and that is, and I've talked about this before, either the Bad Batch needing help from Omega or Omega needing help from the Bad Batch. I would hope that at some point we get somewhere where we have an episode where one of those two isn't the case. This isn't one of them. Omega did get stuck and need help, and everything had to be stopped to save, Omega from impending doom or whatever. But I think down the line that's going to get better. So we'll just kind of keep with it for now. And hopefully that just isn't the super tone of this show or this entire season. The other thing really quick that has been kind of bothered is, and this one I think could be really close to the last time we see it, but that's the Wrecker hit your head thing. I mean, talk about getting banged over the head with this concept. He's been hit in the head every episode, and it's starting to get to a point now where it's like, just do it. I would almost rather they, have him hit his head and then go like 2 episodes where that doesn't happen, and then he hits his head again, but it's every single episode consistently. I think they just need to, and they're very close to doing it now. He's saying the line. So now, even if you missed that, if you just didn't see that coming at all, now it's unmistakable. Everybody knows that's where it's going. So I'd say hold off on it for a little bit longer and then hit us with it, or hit us with it in the next episode. You got to do it. It's getting a little stale, I think, every single episode to do the same thing. Like, Wrecker hit his head. What's going to happen? We know what's going to happen. Not that this is a bad thing, because they have, switched over, like we discussed from the very first episode. They've switched over who this show is about. It's not about the Jedi anymore. It's not about, these specific characters anymore. It is about the Bad Batch. But this show does feel very Clone Wars, right? I feel like there's no escaping it. We're getting battle droids walking around. And now we're even going back to Clone Wars Season 7 and seeing Trace and Rafa again. Like, okay, now it feels like what the Clone Wars set up with the Bad Batch and what Clone Wars set up with Trace and Rafa is just, now it's paying off in the next season. We're seeing more about those characters. So, again, we've said this before, and I feel like it's very obvious. There's a different tone and kind of a vibe to how they're laying out the episodes, whereas like Clone Wars was like 3 episode arcs or whatever, 3 or 4 episodes. This is an ongoing thing, but again, the style, the way the episodes play out, as far as like, it still feels like there's a mission to be had every episode or something along those lines, right? and now we're getting Trace and Rafa back. This is Clone Wars Season 8, so there's no denying it. And that, to me, is okay. It just feels that we're just going to continue the story, and now even more so. Finally, it feels like everything about that Clone Wars Season 7 is now clear what their goals were with it. Bad Batch, the Trace and Rafa stuff, you know, and then wrapping everything up as far as like Order 66 and with Ahsoka and Maul and stuff. So Clone Wars Season 8, here we are, Bad Batch, but it's cool and I like it. I wonder what you guys think about Trace and Rafa, and that would be a good comment if you guys want to leave that there and tell me what were your thoughts on these particular characters coming back into the Bad Batch. Do you think they're going to be long-term utilized? Are you excited to see their return, or were those episodes of Clone Wars kind of stale? I don't know. We'll figure it out. That being said, I've got one more question for you. Who's the cloaked figure, or who's the person that they're contacting that turns around? I don't know. I've thrown out a couple names. I'm kind of kicking around. I mean, Rex is an option. I guess Ahsoka might be an option. Bail Organa might be an option. I don't know. My personal favorite of all of those is that it's someone new, right? Of all the options that I've come up with, I think that if they want to tease the idea of a new person just being someone cool, someone that you're going to want to pay attention when, you know, we inevitably introduce this character, I think it could be cool if we just found out that it was a completely new character that they were just teasing. But you got to assume the way they're teasing it makes it seem like it's probably a character we've seen before. And I don't know, I guess because we've seen Rex in the trailer, that probably makes the most sense as to who Trace and Rafa might be working with, considering you've worked with Ahsoka. I don't know. It makes sense. That's just my personal guess right now at, you know, early in the morning after watching the episode. My initial reaction, a lot of times you guys give great answers and great speculation on how you think these episodes are going to go. I love that. Put that stuff in the comment. So what are your thoughts on Trace and Rafa coming back? What are your thoughts on who that might be in the hologram? And then last but not least, did you like this episode? I mean, I personally enjoyed it, and I think it might be one of the better episodes. I am tired of the Omega stuff a little bit. I'm a little tired of getting hit over the head, like I said, with Wrecker. But at the end of the day, I like the idea of us going on a regular mission and just setting up everything that needs to happen down the line. And we'll get that payoff when all this stuff comes together and we end up getting a pretty solid season 1. So that's it for now. Don't forget to leave a like. Please leave a comment. Subscribe if you're not there yet. I can't wait until next week. Episode 7. I'll see you then.